Perfect. I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I've been in my bag going crazy. I count up so much money lately. I count up so much that they hate me. Yeah, I make niggas mad cause they ain't me. Yeah, I've been in my bag going crazy. Bitch, I'm not.
First don't fuck your bitch in the click you claim. West side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, Puffy tryna see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia some more. I think a little higher. I think a little higher.
What's up? So we got back on the video. It's your boy P, just 21. I just want to say welcome back to my channel. And also, how you guys doing? And I just want to say, if you're happy or sad, then my image will enjoy. And also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, post share to all social media platforms. Don't forget to also hit the notification bell for future videos. And let's get right into this. And also don't forget to also get the Pizzo Gang merchandise at teespring.com/P-Mildadsgang. And if the price is a little too high, I have a promo code too. I have 25 in all caps, and you have to get 2 items for that code to activate. Okay, so we have for our next reaction, we have TikToks that will ruin your childhood memories forever. All right, TikTok memes. All right, so let's check it out. And the part of the title is "I'm Gonna Ruin Your Childhood," and it has different parts and whatever. Let's check it out.
I'm gonna ruin your childhood. In the movie Frozen, have you ever wondered why Sven is so attached to Kristoff? Or did you ever notice how Kristoff is wearing a reindeer pelt? Well, it turns out Kristoff is wearing the reindeer pelt from Sven's mother. Sven is so attached to Kristoff because the scent of him reminds him of his dead mother. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna ruin
because the Kristoff is. Or did you ever notice how Kristoff is wearing a reindeer by Sven? I'm gonna ruin your childhood. In the movie Frozen, have you ever wondered why Sven is so attached to Kristoff? Or did you ever notice how Kristoff is wearing a reindeer pelt? Well, it turns out Kristoff is wearing the reindeer pelt from Sven's mother. Sven is so attached to Kristoff because the scent of him reminds him of his dead mother. I'm sorry, guys.
Wait, what? So, we don't even get a background information on the reindeer's mother. So how would he know? He probably did hella research on finding that out. But how would he know if that was the case? That's how that's how they just had a good friendship. It was like a dog's best friend, like a man's best friend. The reindeer was his friend. They were close to each other. You can't just say that, oh, because he killed his mother, that's why they were so close. When that reindeer be killed after he grows into adult size, what?
I'm gonna ruin your whole childhood, part 3.
Right. I always wondered how Mr. Krabs had it's nah, son, because SpongeBob, it was just weird. Because especially this situation too, this man Krabs had a whale daughter, son. A whale daughter, and we don't know where's the mother. The mother never was mentioned. SpongeBob showed both of his parents and we never saw like Pearl's mother. So, like, what happened to her? But Pearl calls Mr. Krabs daddy and always asks for money. Yo, it's like no, because y'all making assumptions like that as to say that Mr. Krabs was like her pimp or something. That's why she called him daddy and like asking for money. It's like that's a little iffy. It's a little iffy, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, like that has to be like her pimp or her sugar daddy. So like seriously, like she had parents and then like she moved in with Krabs, but then how or maybe like Krabs took her in after her parents passed away, and then I don't know. Sugar adopted daddy. That's a thing.
gonna ruin your childhood. Have you ever wondered how all the creatures in SpongeBob can talk? Well, it's because the Bikini Bottom is located right underneath the Bikini Atoll, which is where the US government conducted 23 nuclear tests during the Cold War. SpongeBob and his friends have been genetically mutated by the nuclear radiation, allowing them to evolve and talk like humans.
I'm gonna ruin your childhood memories.
It was just a show. Like seriously, SpongeBob is just a show that they could talk underwater. Like you have the pirate in the beginning that says like that sings and like y'all putting too much like I'm trying to say y'all putting too much um like rumors like into this like cartoon show that we all like grew up with.
Part 12. Do you remember Ariel's mom, Queen Athena? Well, she died due to a run-in with pirates when Ariel was just a baby. What's crazy is you can see Athena here when Peter Pan comes to visit the mermaids. However, the mermaids are extremely afraid of Captain Hook. What if I told you that Captain Hook's ship is the one that caught and killed Queen Athena?
I'm gonna ruin your childhood.
I mean, yo, that could be a theory too. Like seriously, like because we have like these Disney movies that be doing like crossovers and whatnot. So like that could be a theory. So, like her mother like was was like a character in Peter Pan like a cartoon before, and then like Ariel was made, and then that's how the Little Mermaid got to be like into effect and whatnot.
Have you ever wondered why Mr. Krabs is the only crab in Bikini Bottom? Or why he named his famous burger the Krabby Patty? Well, it's because the secret ingredient for the Krabby Patty is actually crabs, which means Mr. Krabs is a cannibal. I'm sorry, guys.
Here's why the cast of
Yeah, what's wrong with y'all? Son, like seriously, like y'all want like just to like y'all want like what did the I'm trying to say what do these shows like do to y'all that y'all just don't care about like other people's feelings anymore? Like the Krabby Patty is made out of crabs. Like no, he just put his name with a patty and then he just called it that, son. Like I'm done.
SpongeBob broke up. Mr. Krabs became homeless and began committing crimes with his weapon. Mrs. Puff went vegan and began posting salad pics on Instagram. After a fallout with SpongeBob, Gary became an accomplished actor and continues to be an inspiration.
I'm gonna ruin your childhood memories. Part 5. The original Cinderella story is much darker than the Disney story. To fit into Cinderella's lost slippers, her stepsisters cut off their toes in order to fool the prince. However, Cinderella's 2 guardian doves told the prince of their treachery, so he left to find the real Cinderella. Once the prince found Cinderella and they became married, the 2 stepsisters then tried to befriend Cinderella. After seeing this, the doves then pecked the eyes out of the stepsisters. This blinded them for life and then left Cinderella to live out the rest of her life without a cruel family.
I mean, shit, I don't blame the doves, but what the stepsisters did, like by cutting off their own foot, yeah, that's dark. I can see why they had to like change the story up a little bit, because like you can't just give out a Disney story like that and like read it to kids, like, nah, son, like, no.
I'm gonna ruin your childhood. Have you ever wondered why Squidward always gets mad at SpongeBob? Well, it's because Squidward is SpongeBob's legal guardian. SpongeBob's parents hired Squidward to protect him from his ADHD, which is why Squidward lives right beside him and always watches over him. He puts up with SpongeBob's nonsense, all while suffering from severe depression. I'm sorry, guys.
Wait, what? But there have been episodes where like we've seen his parents, so like how can Squidward be his legal guardian? Like, they live. I think they live like not that close from SpongeBob, or like they live in the town area. But no, so that can't be the case. And like it's just that he don't like SpongeBob. So like SpongeBob was his new neighbor, and he just wanted to have a peaceful like environment and like play his clarinet too. Like, nah, in that movie they were fuck. They were smashing them. Like that's my movie, son. Road to El Dorado, son. Like, yo, she was a bad like um. I think she was part of the think Mayan, or she was Mexican or something. But it was like, yo, in that movie, son, like their heads did not come like up from the same location. Like she was giving my man the Guac 3000 like that ass. Like she like they were trying to put it out as a cartoon, but they y'all know, if y'all put two and two together, like what they were doing. Son. And that nigga's face, like, you know that like he looked too happy, son.
Here's the real story behind Mulan. So we all remember Mulan as being courageous and brave, a great warrior that made her family proud and fell in love along the way. But this isn't what actually happened in the original story. In the original, she makes it home to her village, where she finds out that her whole family has been brutally murdered.
I did not see the real live version. Like, I only saw the cartoon, because like it had my man Eddie Murphy as the dragon, son. Like I don't even think they had anybody playing the dragon. So like, what am I watching a live action where it's like they're trying to do everything live action? Like they did live action of The Lion King. They did Mulan. They did they did they're doing a Little Mermaid. I don't know when that's coming out. Maybe next year. Um, they're just doing a lot of live action, like where it's not. It's I feel like it's doing numbers, but just keep it cartoon, because like that's what we grew up with. Like we don't really care if it's live action now.
Her only option was to become a sex slave, but she refused to live like that. So she committed a ritual suicide called seppuku, which is where you stab yourself to death.
I'm gonna ruin your childhood, part 10. Alright, there's this scene in SpongeBob where he's blowing up these things, and there's just, I know, I'm gonna pause it for you guys, but what does that look like to you guys? Not very children friendly, SpongeBob. What's up with that? I'm gonna ruin your
I don't know if I saw that scene in the episode, but nah, so those are rubbers. Like, what the heck?
childhood, part 73. You guys remember Rachel McGuire from Boy Meets World, right? Well, this may surprise you, but she is actually a straight up porn star now. Even Jackie Chan did a porno movie once. Well, you know what they say, Jackie Chan always does his own stunts. And Rocky Balboa himself, Sylvester Stallone, also was in a porno movie back in 1970. Pretty cool.
I'm gonna ruin.
That's crazy, son. Like, wait, you said, because that's why I've never seen that girl before, like in like future like movies and TV shows, like, because I mean I wasn't like a fan of her or anything, but like because I only knew her from Boy Meets World, like, but she turns out to be a a film star? That's crazy.
Your childhood. So in the beginning of the movie Shrek, there's 3 bears caged up. We have Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. Later on in the movie, we can only see Papa Bear and Baby Bear sitting by the fire. So where's Mama Bear, you may ask? Well, later on in the movie, you can see that Lord Farquaad turned Mama Bear into a rug. I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna ruin your childhood. Have you ever wondered?
That's crazy. He straight murdered Mama Bear, son. Like, yo, he was the king, son. I mean, yeah, he was a king, and then like that whole like first movie was about like the him kicking out like the animals like into like Shrek's like swamp area, and like like that's how like yo, it's like I'm not, because like I had a talk with my boys at his call, and he had said that like Disney is like some sort of like Illuminati or like cult where like they just be doing like some demonic things, and then like they be hiding it in like they be hiding it in, I'm not gonna say plain sight, but like low key, like private.
Wondered why Plankton always wanted the Krabby Patty formula? Well, it was because he was abused by his parents when he grew up, and he was neglected by society, leaving him with no friends. He thought if he stole the Krabby Patty formula, he would finally be accepted into society. All he wanted was some friends. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna ruin your.
No, that wasn't the reason. Like he had started a business with Krabs, and then they broke up. They broke up apart, and then Krabs had made the Krabby Patty, and then he wanted a formula so that he could get revenge on Krabs for breaking up like their business like partnership and whatnot. Like y'all making up these y'all making up these lies for what reason?
Childhood Part 25. So everyone remembers Max from The Wizards of Waverly Place, right?
Yeah.
Well, after Disney, he had some struggles. In 2014, he had a huge meltdown backstage at the Teen Choice Awards. A bunch of witnesses claimed that he yelled at a worker because the worker didn't know who he was. And he got so bad, he even threw things at a staffer and stormed off. But it gets way worse. A couple years later, he was involved in a 4-car hit and run. His car smashed into 3 parked cars, and the other people in the car with him threw a bottle of vodka out the car. So what did him and his amazing friends do after they hit 3 parked cars? They got out of their car and called an Uber and left. Yeah, that's right. They literally left their crashed car just there. They just left it. Oh, and to make matters worse, he also got arrested for drunk driving a little after that too. He faces up to 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine if he's convicted. Pretty cool.
I'm gonna ruin.
I mean, I can see why, cause like he was in that show, The Fosters, and then they took him out like for some apparent reason. Like they replaced him like for a different actor. Like I wasn't complaining because I'm just saying when when they replace characters like that, like I'd be like, why even replace it if you're not gonna keep them anymore? Like why do that? But I guess they had some sort of plan because I guess the person that played his name is Jake T. Austin. Like I guess he was having like problems, and they had to replace him. Like, but it's like he was there for 3 seasons, and then the show ran for like 5 seasons, and then like they gave somebody else the job, and then they try to be like this is his Jesus now, like how are you gonna try to trick the audience into thinking that this is the new person with the same name? Like I don't like when they be doing that in shows or movies. It's like we know like which one's the switch. Like we know like which character you change.
Ruin your childhood. Peppa the pig was never healthy and always sick. One day, Peppa's parents decided it would be best if they euthanized her. That same night, Peppa fell asleep and was injected with a poison, killing her. Peppa's final dream was about fairies, which is why she wanted to become a fairy. Peppa's parents couldn't live with the guilt of killing their own child.
What if I told you in Snow?
Yeah, I never saw Peppa Pig. Okay? Like I only watched it like cause my nephew used to like to watch it, but I didn't watch it like growing up. Like Peppa Pig, like I remember I used one meme that was funny that like it was she was getting cursed out by a duck, and I used it in one of my public interviews. Like I didn't really watch it like that, like so if they did that, then they did that. Chris Charming is deaf. Snow White.
White, Prince Charming isn't a prince at all, but he's actually a Grim Reaper. The first time she sees him next to the well, she runs. Maybe that's to symbolize death looming. Then, after she ate the poisonous apple, she had no choice but to embrace death and have the kiss of death. This makes the final scene where she says goodbye to her friends and rides off on a white horse make a lot more sense. Fun fact, white horse or pale horse in the Bible represents death.
I'm gonna ruin your child.
That could be a good theory. Like maybe like maybe he was the Green Reaper, but like it's like you really gotta like do hella research. Like you gotta really like find the knowledge like into thinking that like he was the Green Reaper, and then like they didn't really like put that in blunt words. Like they made him like seem like the Prince Charming to her Sleeping Beauty. So wait, I mean Snow White. I'm saying Sleeping Beauty. Like, yo, I feel like Sleeping Beauty and Snow White was the same like story. Like seriously, like she was basically in a coma for a long time, and then a guy just shows up and just kisses her, and she's alive now. Okay,
Childhood Memories, Part 6. Do you remember Pocahontas from the Disney movies? Well, she was a real person and she was only 11 years old. Since she was able to speak English, she was used as a translator between the Native Americans and the Englishmen. However, a man named Captain Samuel Argyle tricked her into coming onto a ship and kidnapped her as his prisoner. She was then forced to marry John Rolfe at the age of 12 and changed her name to Rebecca Rolfe. Her new husband then took her to London to show off his new Indian bride. Unfortunately, on the trip back to London, she got smallpox. Instead of heroically saving her tribe like in the movie, she just passed away from smallpox at the age of 20.
I can't believe they get away with this. Yo!
I'm gonna ruin.
nah, the Adventures of Finn and Jake. No, Adventure Time. I mean, like yeah, that was a weird show. Like and also regular show. What else? What else was a real show on Cartoon Network? There was other shows I just can't remember because like they're old now and like they have like these Teen Titans Go and they have like all these new shows. So like I'm an old head, so like I only know about the original Teen Titans and like Totally Spies. What else? Trying to think. Damn it, I forgot a lot of shows on Cartoon Network. Kids Next Door, Code Name, Kids Next Door. Um, yeah, pretty much it. Yeah.
Ruin Your Childhood Part 2.
Okay, so he's talking about Mike Wazowski's chin, and then I don't know why we can't. See, I hate like when they put like their other videos like in the at the very it's like put it at the very end, like not like when you're doing another like clip. Like I can't even see like what they talking about. Like they talking about his chin, okay, and what about his chin? So you trying to say his chin is crotch? Okay, all right, yeah, I'm done now. Alright, seriously, cause like y'all just like a lot of conspiracies and a lot of like theories and like it's like some of them are funny and some of them are like could be actually like true, like with the whole crabs thing, with the whole what else with that SpongeBob like and like the rubbers that he was blowing on the Little Mermaid and Peter Pan Like that could have been true too. Like half and half, I give this video. Like on the TikToks that will ruin your childhood memories forever. TikTok memes, half and half. Okay. But let me know in the comment section what you guys thought, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We post shit on all social media platforms, and also it's your boy P Digital 21 signing off. Area P Digital Game.
Bitches, we keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady